Okay, so as you guys are aware, welcome to the video recorded lesson for Tuesday. And as I am wont to do, we're going to do just a real quick summary of what we did in the last lesson, and then we're going to show you the new little wrinkle that we're going to do for the next lesson. So, addition of linear expressions is what we talked about last time, where we have this expression in red, 6x plus 5. Linear because there's no power on this variable other than 1. And we have another linear expression here, 3x minus 2. And they're each in parentheses so that we can separate this expression from that expression and just kind of delineate those. Fine. We have these two expressions and we're adding them together. Or we could see something 6x plus 5 plus negative 3x minus 2, right? So we'll see sometimes where there's a positive number here. Sometimes we'll see that there's a negative number. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter, but it's a difference that crops up and it will be important later. All right, so let's get rid of that scribbling. So remember what we do. As long as we have addition here, so with addition, these parentheses basically don't matter. Okay? So as long as we have addition of linear expressions, these parentheses we can safely really just ignore. Okay? Well, all we're doing is we're plucking the like terms out and combining them. We're combining, in this case, a positive 6x and a positive 3x. Well, I have 6 x's, I add 3 more x's, I get 9 x's. Great. Then we go to our constants. All right, I have a positive 5x, I have a negative 2x. And if you remember how they showed this, an example like this in the book where they use the algebra tiles, well, two of these positive integers over here, two of these positive numbers cancel out these two negatives, so all we're left is a positive 3. 9x plus 3. Okay, well if this was a negative 3x over here, well then we would combine a positive 6x with a negative 3x. 3 of these positive x's cancel out, or are canceled out by 3 of these negative x's, so we're left with a positive 3x. A 5 and a negative 2, they'll combine to give us a positive 3. So as long as we are adding linear expressions together, these parentheses don't matter. We can ignore them, right? Just like this example down here in green. If we have this quantity 4 plus 5 plus the quantity 9 plus 7, okay, well, 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. We simplified, we got rid of the parentheses that way, and we add these together, we get 25. If we just ignore the parentheses, 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus 9 is 18. Plus 7 gives us the same answer. Because addition is commutative and associative, we could do this problem in any order, grouping things however we like. And the same thing's applying up here. We're just taking a shortcut past some of those steps. So that's addition. What we're looking at today, this lesson in the next bit of the book, we are subtracting linear expressions. So much of this is going to operate exactly the same way, okay? Except super important difference here. Instead of addition, well, now we've got subtraction. Okay? Big picture, it's the same procedure. We just have to take this negative sign and think we're taking a negative and we're distributing it like we did back in the distributive property, right? We use the distributive property to get rid of parentheses. Well, here, this negative sign is important because we can think of this as a negative 1 times what's in here. We don't have to worry about applying the distributive property or anything like that. All we really have to do, change that to addition, and then flip the signs of everything inside that second set of parentheses. If it was negative, it becomes positive. If it was positive, it becomes negative. Right? So look at the change. Positive 3x becomes negative 3x. Negative 2 becomes positive 2. Right? Because we are subtracting this whole quantity up here, so it's the same as adding the opposite of that quantity. And to get the opposite of that quantity, we just put in the additive inverse, the opposite. We flip the sign from positive to negative and negative to positive. And then we just do the exact same thing. We have a 6x, we now have a negative 3x. 6x minus 3x, 3x. 5 plus 2, positive 7. Okay? So in a lot of respects, it is exactly the same thing. You just have to make sure that you make that change. It becomes addition from subtraction, and then we flip-flop the signs of everything in those parentheses. If it was positive, like here, it becomes negative. If it was negative, like here, it becomes positive. And then you just combine like terms and pull it all together. All right? So, as always, if you have questions, please ask. There'll be an assignment here with practice problems in the book, and of course there are the other examples in the book that surely you can look at, go over as a group, and work through. We will continue with this skill and go a little bit further on Thursday when I see you, but this is where we are for now. All right, so good luck and enjoy.